from BSED English 2 and this video presentation about poetry and teachers books. First, we'll talk about the poetry, which are the Mother Goose nursery rhymes, the Owl and the Pussycats, Jabberwocky, Little Red Riding Hood, and Life Doesn't Frighten Me. We have the Mother Goose Nursery. It's a classic collection of nursery rhymes that have been passed down through generations. At this charming nursery rhymes theme party, Mother Goose invites a bunch of beloved storybooks characters, including the Little Bo Peep, Jack and Jill, and Merrimack Quite Contrary. The guest enjoys delicious treats and plays games such as Pin the Tail on the Donkey and the musical chairs. Mother Goose then leads the group in the singing classic nursery rhymes like Old MacDonald Had a Farm and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. The party ends with a lively dance party, leaving everyone with their hearts full of joy and memories of a perfect day spent with beloved friends. Second, we have the poem The Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear tells the story of an owl and a cat who fall in love and get married. Sailing away in a beautiful pea green boat, they encounter various obstacles on their journey but remain devoted to each other. In the end, they find a peaceful island where they build a nest and live happily ever after. Dancing under the moonlight, the poem is a whimsical and charming tale of love and adventures, celebrating the beauty of nature and power of love to overcome obstacles. Third is Jabberwocky by L. Carroll. A young man sets out to slay a fearsome beast called the Jabberwock. He follows a mysterious path through the forest and eventually encounters the creature. With his sword in hand, he battles the Jabberwock and emerges victorious through his fears and accomplishment. A great fate, the poem is filled with nonsensical words and whimsical imagery, showcasing the author's unique and inventive writing style. The fourth, we have the Little Red Riding Hood by Arden. It's a classic fairy tale about a young girl who visits her sick grandmother. On her way, she encounters a wolf who tricks her into revealing where her grandmother lives. The wolf arrives at the grandmother's house first, pretends to be a Little Red Riding Hood, and devours the grandmother. When a Little Red Riding Hood arrives, the wolf tries to eat her as well but is thrown by a woodcutter who kills the wolf and saves the girls. The story teaches a moral lesson about the dangers of trust and importance of caution. The fifth, we have The Life Doesn't Frighten Me. It's poem by Maya Angelou that describes a peerless attitude towards these life challenges. The speakers refuse to be intimidated by the darkness, thunderstorms, or even bullies. They are defiant in the face of adversity, remain strong and unafraid. The poem conveys a sense of resilience and inner strength in the face of fear. Here, by the end, the speaker affirms their ability to overcome any obstacles that may come their way. Next, we have Pictures and Books. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by E. Carson follows the journey of the tiny caterpillar as he eats his way through a variety of foods, getting bigger and bigger each day. After his massive feast, the caterpillar spins himself into cocoon and emerges as a beautiful butterfly. The simple, repetitive text and colorful illustration make this a beloved classic for young children. The story highlights the metamorphosis process in a fun and engaging way, teaching children about growth and transformation. Overall, The Very Young Caterpillar is a feel-good story about perseverance, change, and beauty of the nature. Second, we have The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss. Sally and her brothers are bored on a rainy day. When the cat in the hat shows up with a thing one and thing two, the cat in the hat wreaks havoc in the house, creating a mess everywhere he goes. The children struggle to clean up and the chores before their mother gets home. Just as things seems hopeless, the cat in the hat magically cleans up the mess, disappears, leaving the children with a fond memory of their wild adventures. Of The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. It's a children's book about the relationship between a boy and a tree. The tree gives the boy everything he needs throughout his life, from shade to branches to wood for a house and a boat. As the boy grows older, he takes more and more from the tree, until the tree is nothing left but a stump. In the end, the boy returns to the tree as an old man, seeking a place to rest, and the tree happily offers him its stump to sit on. The story teaches a powerful lesson about love, sacrifice, and the importance of giving selflessness. The fourth, we have the Where the Wild Things Are by M. Sadak. is the story of a mischievous boy named Max who gets sent to his room without supper. He creates a magical forest in his imagination, where he becomes king of the wild things. He has a wild adventures with the creatures, but eventually decide to return home.